Welcome to Rwanda, a land where rolling hills kiss the clouds, wildlife roams freely, and the air carries the sweet aroma of 1,000 possibilities. But beyond the postcard perfect landscape lies another Rwanda, a darker, grittier side that no one dares to romanticize. This is the Rwanda of its notorious prisons, institutions that blend medieval horror with dystopian realism. Here, it's more about surviving day to day in an environment that feels less like a correctional facility and more like an endurance test. Overcrowding is just the headline act. The supporting cast includes unhygienic conditions, food that could double as punishment, and tales so absurdly grim they sound like a plot twist from a horror movie. Gitarama Prison, or Muhanga Central Prison. Nicknamed 1930 after its construction year, this ancient facility should have retired decades ago, but here it stands, a crumbling monument to suffering. Originally designed for 1,000 inmates, it now houses over 10,000, all packed in like sardines marinated in despair. Walking through its decrepit halls feels like stepping into a historical documentary, except the participants aren't actors. They are living in it, day in, day out. The cells? Let's just say they redefine claustrophobia. Packed tighter than a clown car at a circus, privacy is non-existent. Inmates are so close to one another, they can practically count each other's heartbeats. And food? Oh, the food. Imagine culinary disasters served on tin plates. If you thought cafeteria food was bad, this will make you appreciate even the blandest school lunch. Mpanga Prison. Mpanga Prison stands out apart, mostly because it dares to mix luxury with despair. For most inmates, it's the usual recipe of overcrowding, tasteless meals, and the grueling routine. But for a selected few, namely high-profile war criminals, this place is less punishment and more posh retreat. Personal chefs, plush accommodations, and even access to books that make their incarceration feel more like an extended stay at a controversial 5-star resort. For the rest of the population, however, Mpanga is a grueling grind. Days blur into weeks, punctuated by monotonous labor and meals that leave your stomach grumbling louder than a thunderstorm. The stark inequality within the walls is enough to drive anyone mad. While some other prisoners are debating over chefy recipes, others are debating whether eating the tin gruel is even worth it. Mpanga isn't just a prison, it's a microcosm of justice double standards. Merager Prison. Merager promised modernization and reform. Instead, it delivered overcrowding, monotony, and more misery wrapped in slightly newer walls. Designed for 2,000 inmates, it now houses over 5,000, creating an environment that's less likely correctional and more chaotic. What sets Merager apart is its bizarre mix of prisoners. Petty thieves share cells with hardened criminals, creating a volatile cocktail of tension. The work programs sound like they'd be productive, brickmaking, farming, but in reality, they're just endless cycles of sweat and frustration. The guards, perpetually exhausted and underpaid, operate on a policy of selective indifference, leaving the inmates to navigate their own brutal social hierarchies. Mageragere's promise of reform feels like a cruel joke in a place where hope is as scarce as soap. Musanza Prison. Nested amidst Rwanda's volcanic beauty lies Musanza Prison, where the scenery outside is as deceptive as a smiling crocodile. The overcrowding here rivals that of Gitarama, with inmates crammed into spaces so tight they practically breathe in sync. Inmates labor relentlessly in the field under the blazing sun, their tasks so back-breaking they'd even make Hercules wink. And their meals bland, meager, and served with a heaping side of crushed hope. If you're looking for a place where dreams come to die, Musanza has you covered. The irony of its picturesque location adds salt to the wound, because while the hills offer the breathtaking views, the walls inside choke the life out of anyone who dares to dream of freedom. And there you have it, Rwanda's most infamous prisons, where misery isn't just a condition, it's the atmosphere. These aren't just buildings, they are endurance tests, dauntless of despair that makes you question every concept of justice. From the sardine-packed nightmare of Gitarama to the strange luxury meets misery vibe of Mpangana, each facility tells a story of survival, inequality, and unrelenting hardship. So the next time you are grumbling about a bad day at work or a slow internet connection, remember, somewhere in Rwanda an inmate is rationing hope like it's a precious resource, while dreaming of a day when they can once again breathe free air. Stay out of trouble, folks, because one wrong step and it could land you in a place where even cockroaches wish for a parole.